This Sun Belt, Patriot League and Horizon League Conference Tournament preview edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by WynnBet. WynnBet is now live in Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, New Jersey, New York, Tennessee, and Virginia. From boosted same game parlays to live in-game odds, WynnBet has what you need to win. Sign up today, bet 100, get 100 at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET. State restrictions apply. Not hearing it.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, real money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Does it feel like college? College basketball, March Madness is already here. We didn't get any time off. Football ended right into it. I don't typically. I feel like there was a break there somewhere. Maybe the extra game in the NFL season. I don't know. No, I'm not complaining.
Joining us here to talk college basketball, Colby Dant, aka the Dantabase. What's up, Colby?
I mean, the Saturday yesterday was so fucking glorious.
It
right?
was insane. I mean, my dominant picks aside, it was just a great Saturday of college basketball. And I mean, starting with that Iowa-Michigan State game, I was going, you know what? Damn it! I would have been all over Michigan State if we picked it on the sheet. Kramer's holding me back. He took it off the sheet. I knew it, and
Kramer's
then Iowa pulls it off.
Is this what you guys do when I'm not here?
That's a game you remember on your deathbed. You know what I mean? That's like you're sitting there thinking about the best games. You're sitting there, you know, that's like the Reggie Miller, 8.
So you guys sit in the office and you blame me on the losing pick.
Well, you removed that one. You said get that game off there, and I said it's a pretty big game.
This is interesting.
And you vetoed that thing.
Next time we do college basketball picks, we should maybe do 15 games.
No.
I'll
play chicken right now.
Well, you know what? And normally I was against 13, but when you go 9-4 and you hit your lock, your dog, your bonus lock, and we cashed the first tripus, hitting 2 out of the 3 tentacles. Indiana money line, Villanova money line, and Arkansas money line was live for a big portion of that game as well.
Missed a three there. They could have.
No, they haven't covered since the further allegations down there in Tuscaloosa. I mean, the first round robin money line version of the tripus, because let's not forget, 3-teamer was hit.
Yes,
debuting the 3-teamer tripus.
You're correct.
Okay,
correct.
so I know memory is usually my weak spot, Sean. So I don't know. I mean, it seems like college basketball has Colby fully aroused. Seems like it has Sean fully aroused.
Dude, it felt like March Madness on Saturday. I think that was the first time all year it felt like March Madness.
Yeah, I mean, and I've been
February 25th.
I've been watching college basketball, but Saturday was probably the most. Put in a couple of good shifts of watching games and catching up on everything, and it was awesome.
He did a Cocaine Bear shift.
What'd you do in between? Cocaine Bear in between?
I did watch Cocaine Bear. What did you see, Colby?
I did not.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
He's not.
No spoilers then.
Okay. I'll see it soon.
Yeah. All right. We'll enjoy
maybe
it.
tomorrow night.
Wait, we got a ton of basketball to get through. Enough messing around. Let's get to it. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WYNNBET. Bet big, win bigger. Bet 100. Get $100 free bet. State restrictions apply. So many ways to win. Spin that parlay wheel. Imagine if you had the parlay wheel going. You had a Villanova money line tied to Indiana money line. The Cocaine Bears, of course, dominated -3. I mean, I'm looking at our records right now. If you were taking our picks and heading over to WynnBet, you'd be making a killing right now. Last 2 episodes combined, our locks are an amazing 9-3. It just doesn't get any better than that. Colby's still at 69% locks. It has just been a cavalcade of winning action. And No apologies to the Discord. Disappointing. 2-6 ATS for the Discord. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet big, win bigger. And the Baylor Bears 1-0 straight up, 1-0 ATS since the debut of the Cocaine Bear sound effect.
Also, I mean, not a coincidence that Southern California has a once in a 40-year snowstorm when Cocaine Bear is in the theaters, right? I mean, they fly the plane around the beaches to promote shit. Who knew they were going to get they changed the weather. They used the weather.
Has that snow been tested?
Well, we all know that they can control the weather, and they used it to promote Cocaine Bear. That's awesome. By the way, Colby, you would love it as a bear guy. The neighborhood Facebook post up in my neighborhood, we got snow, and so people are posting funny bits about how the igloo on their front lawn is available on Airbnb. Posted a picture of a polar bear on a road saying live from. I thought the bear humor really made me think of you.
You still believe that 14 wolves can take down 3 grizzly bears?
I keep forgetting to bring out the list. I'm bringing the list for the we're doing college basketball picks Monday morning for a Tuesday slate. I will have the official war animal list, and if we can talk. I mean, again, it might be a full episode. We might have to wait for the real off season.
It's a bonus episode.
They'll have to pay extra for that one, right?
And hey, real quick before we get into the conference tournament previews, the Dr. Phil watch party episode is up on SGPN TV. Got a lot of good feedback about that episode. So if you missed it, download the SGPN TV app and check that out. That was a lot of fun.
Love my dad's comment. Talked to him on the way here. He goes, I thought Sean was good on that show, but Dr. Phil, he's full of shit.
I will say, Sean, the wife wanted to see the quote funny parts, so I basically showed her the first like 15 minutes of the watch party.
Yeah,
kids may have also been in the room. So
really,
it was a family event.
Are you worried about their pleasure centers being overloaded?
There were a couple times where I was like, I hope I stayed pretty censored. I maintained. It was good though. They didn't notice Dr. Phil saying hijacking your pleasure center.
They did not pick up on that.
They didn't pick up on that. Well, all right, so are we ready?
Yes.
All right, let's start with the Atlantic Sun, the A-Sun as some call it. Colby and I learned that today, as they call it A-Sun madness. Sean, watch out. This is classic conference tournaments. We're playing at campus sites. You know Colby loves that home team advantage. How do you want to do this, Sean? You want to talk through the futures first? Or you want to talk through first round games first?
Let's talk about the futures, right?
All right. From the bottom to the top, Bellarmine, who Colby, you can let us know the teams that are not eligible. Of course, they won last year.
That is one right there. Start off with a bang.
They won last year, remember, Sean, and they weren't allowed to go play in March Madness because the
NCAA is a bunch of pieces of shit.
They had to sit out 2 seasons.
3 seasons.
It's
a 3-year wait.
Why?
Hey, yeah, we don't want people to have fun in life. All right, we're the NCAA.
All right, Colby, how do they justify this? What do they say? What is the reason?
I think they're doing that because if not, then a D2 school could get good really fast and not have to go through the process.
So you think it's the establishment saying you can't get good too fast?
I do. Yeah, and it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
All right, so
come on.
Bellarmine as the 8th seed, who not eligible again to play in any sort of additional postseason basketball, so they're not eligible to get the auto bid. North Florida also 200 to 1. North Alabama and Queens both at 100 to 1.
Queens not eligible to make the NCAA
also
tournament.
Not eligible. There
they're
you go.
in year 1. They're good.
Well,
they're good,
that means they're dangerous if we look at the Bellarmine track. All right, Florida Gulf Coast, who by the way, 10 seed, but still forever will be in the hearts of anyone who watched their dynamic run. Much like Marino's wife, they flew. What was it? The Elite 8.
Wait, hold on. Which team?
Florida Gulf Coast, 50 to 1.
Sweet 16.
Sweet 16.
Dunk City. Remember they took down Georgetown when Georgetown actually had a good team. Remember him, John Thompson Jr.
USC's coach now.
They had quite a run. One of the best chiropractor schools in the nation.
Yeah, I mean it's amazing. This is what we're going to see with NIL. Just the chiropractor schools popping up left and right. Lipscomb 25 to 1. Stetson 17 to 1. Eastern Kentucky.
Guys, you know Stetson. That is Ray Finkel's alma mater.
Also, Stetson
Laces out.
Yeah,
laces out. It's great that we had a quarterback win the national championship whose name was also Stetson. Eastern Kentucky as the 3 seed, 16 to 1, and then the big dogs. 1 seed Kennesaw State 3-1, and Liberty the chalk at -230. You know, interesting if you pull. You know, you obviously always want to look at the brackets for these things, but always shocking when you see a shelf like this of teams. You got 2 teams that are in the mix, and then everyone else is just absolute long shot darts. Love that. So as we look at the bracket, Colby, what stands out to me is you can absolutely, I mean, any value in these massive, any value in the bottom against basically fading the Liberty -230 price.
Eastern Kentucky to me jumps out as a team that might be a little bit interesting, especially considering the price.
So it's North Alabama, it's Eastern Kentucky, it's Bellarmine, and it's North Florida, which is a lot of big time dogs.
Because I think Eastern Kentucky can easily get by North Alabama, and then they got a matchup against Liberty.
The whole thing, I'm just double checking here. I was trying to see that bracket. The whole thing is on the home campus, correct?
Yes.
Not the championship, because some conferences do the championship game moving.
All right, so I did a fair amount of research here. So Atlantic Sun is full. The only thing I'm not sure about is if the bottom seeds reseed based on highest and lowest, like the play-in games. But yeah, this is full campus sites all the way through.
I mean,
Stetson is a interesting nugget about Stetson. Stetson 7-1-1 ATS at home, and they're going to be at home against Lipscomb round 1.
Stetson went to Florida State and beat Florida State.
But I mean, like Kennesaw State's super interesting. This is what is it? The Owls have never had a winning record, but their new coach Amir Abdur Rahim. Put together a nice team for them. Would be the first tournament appearance if they end up winning the ASUN.
And I think they will. They're going to play this. So this has to be played in Kennesaw, Georgia. Then if it goes chalk, it'll go the championship game.
I mean, if they get to the finals, they're going to be a +300 dog at home. Like I don't know. To me, there's a lot of value on them and Eastern Kentucky at 16-1 because of their path.
And to me, I think it's a 2-team race. I think it's Liberty or Kennesaw, because Eastern Kentucky.
You and the odds, Colby. You and the odds.
Eastern Kentucky's been awful on the road this year.
Yeah.
So they're great at home, maybe for the first round, but when they go to the road, I can't take the Colonels there.
Nice
Whose
flex.
thing keeps vibrating?
That's me. That's me.
Do not disturb, Colby, please.
Look, you already got me in airplane mode. All right,
Yeah.
Can you add any more fix?
Give me this shit
Good
right
God.
Here. Do not disturb mode. All right, we're all set. Wait, you got an old ass phone. What is this? How do you?
Yeah.
Kennesaw
It's a
State,
Nextel.
though, you look at Kennesaw State, their conference, in conference defense is good. I like the mojo of the team. I mean, Liberty, I understand why they're a favorite. They got Darius McGee. Dude's pretty dominant.
He's incredible. I just watched a game last week. He had 43 points, scored the first 16 points of the game.
And they're a beast. 11-1 at home. ATS this season, been favored in every game. So you understand why their odds are crazy like that. But to me, Kennesaw State at +300. Like, let's go.
So we're not taking any long shots.
I think the X factor is this. I think if Kennesaw gets upset, nobody will win at Liberty. That crowd gets too lit. But if Kennesaw is capable of losing to anybody, because all year they've kind of had this. We saw them lose to Queens like a week ago.
So we're gonna sprinkle Queens at 100-1, and then we guarantee ourselves a team in the final.
I think if you're going long shot, I think you go a team that's proven that they can win on the road. That's why I don't like the Eastern Kentucky side. I think you either go Stetson, Gulf Coast, Queens, even North Alabama. They wanted Ole Miss.
North Alabama also on the side of they're on the other side, so that's actually a nice way to play it.
Well, I guess my logic in playing Eastern Kentucky is that they're on the other side of Liberty. But if I'm going to already be on Kennesaw State, maybe I flip that though.
Well, your best hope for Eastern Kentucky is if one of these, if they're hosting, you need the 1 and 2s to lose, because they're really fire at home.
Yeah.
All right, so it sounds like, based on this workshopping, give me North Alabama at 100-1, and give me Kennesaw State at 3-1.
I like it.
North Alabama.
Yeah.
That's like you mostly play the pass line, but then you're going to sprinkle the hard ways.
So wait, you're on Kennesaw State as well?
Yeah, I'm with you guys on that angle.
Give me Pennsylvania for Kennesaw.
Oh, a 3-way.
I like the North Alabama angle too. I think you're either going to do that or Queens for your value. I mean, Stetson's value is still decent, but Stetson will match up with Kennesaw, correct? They're on that side of the bracket.
Yeah. Stetson.
Give me a flyer on Stetson.
All right.
Give me a flyer on Stetson.
Colby would like a sprinkle on Stetson.
I'm going to take Moneyline Mac in the chat is making some good points that basically, Queens at 100-1 has nothing to lose. They split with Kennesaw. They're kind of their path here.
Queens a good team. They were a D2 team. This is year 1 in D1.
Don't have a lot of quitting them. I think at as far as 100-1 long shot, yeah, give me Queens.
All right, I'll sprinkle Queens with you as well.
Okay.
200-1s. That seems fun. I mean, it's 4 games.
Add me to that Queens. Add me to that Queens.
So everyone's in on Queens at 100-1. Queens 100-1 to win the A-Sun. Let's book it.
Play We Are the Champions when it happens. All right, you want to rapid fire through the first round?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, we're heading to Jacksonville, North Florida, the 7 seed hosting Bellarmine. This is on Monday, February 27th, 4 p.m. here on the West Coast. All of these are projected lines via the database, new software updates. So hope everyone enjoys the refined.
My CPU is a neural net processor, a learning computer.
North Florida laying 3 points here. Nobody, and I mean nobody, comes to Jacksonville, Florida. I mean,
without going to the Hooters.
How do we not? Do we not even bring up the fact that Bellarmine? I mean, just the robbery.
The reigning champs.
The robbery.
I mean, you look at Bellarmine, there's a lot of red on that sheet, but when you look at some of their shooting numbers offensively, pretty good from mid-range, really good at the free throw line, 19th in the nation, not great offensive rebounding, but again, they won the tournament last year and they're coming in as a dog. I think especially early, I'm going to be on Bellarmine +3.
I think the angle here is this too. They just played North Florida, lost by 12, but on February 24th, that was 2 days ago.
Yeah,
it's hard to beat a team twice.
Well, and there is something to these back-to-back end of season, then into a tournament situation.
Well, and we're seeing some other numbers out there.
3.5.
3.5.
Wow.
Someone has 4.5. So we'll call it at.
Yeah. Please help us with our numbers. Please help us refine the database's inputs.
I'm a half point off. I'll take that.
That's pretty good.
I'll take Bellarmine +3.5.
Well, I think early money came in on North Florida. Yeah,
early money. Early North Florida money.
I'm on Bellarmine too.
I like the angle. They just played each other. All right, Florida Gulf Coast, the 10 seed. They head to Charlotte, North Carolina.
So wait, everyone's on Bellarmine?
Discord. We'll give Discord a pick. That's cool.
Yeah.
We got the Florida Gulf Coast 10 seed. Sorry, and strangely, the 8 seed plays the 7 seed, and the 10 seed plays the 9 seed. I thought I got this wrong. I checked multiple sites. Because it is a little confusing. Florida Gulf Coast catching a 1.5 here against Queens in Charlotte. Obviously, if I like them as a long shot,
if we're taking them 100-1, we got to take them here at
what happened to Florida Gulf Coast? Their billionaire got disinterested.
Pat Chambers year 1, new coach. They did still win at USC.
The rock bottom of this conference is not exactly the place you want to be. Yeah,
Queens' offense is pretty good, especially in conference.
At the Curry Arena, this game will be played. This is like a high school gym.
They're going to be at home. Are they going to have the tarp down? They might have some high school volleyball on the other side.
They get a little dodgeball game going on the other side. Might be a line at the water fountain.
This is the bottom of the per Ken Palm 19th best conference in the land. So not the worst conference, but Colby, what are we projecting from bracketology? A 1 bid conference?
Yes, certainly. But you know what? We like I mentioned, Florida Gulf Coast has a win at USC. Queens beat Marshall, who's at the top of the Sun Belt.
All right.
North Alabama won at Ole Miss.
I love that no matter how bad a conference is, you have something.
Stetson won at Florida State. You still think Florida State just beat Miami? It was in first place in the ACC.
Moving along to
Benedict Dantold wants to know: are they going to roll out all the bleachers or just a couple of them?
Yeah, do they pull it out all the way?
Oh man, I got in so much trouble in gym class, like always hitting that button that would like start bringing out the bleachers and then messing around with.
Didn't Mickey Mantle get a blowjob?
Can we pause on this for a second? Did your school have an automatic bleacher system?
No.
Yeah, ours was fucking manual as shit. We just had to drag that shit out.
Rolling in money, rolling in Lehigh blood money over there,
and it would get stuck, and like the old grizzled janitor would have to come out with some sort of device to pop it up. All right, Lipscomb. Now we're headed to Friday, and again, both those first two games were on Monday, the 27th at 4 p.m. on the West Coast. The next two games, Tuesday, the 28th, 4 p.m. on the West Coast. Lipscomb heads to DeLand.
Yeah.
They named Kramer's been in DeLand a bunch over the years.
They named a city DeLand.
I
Florida.
want a dick rubbed on me tonight.
That was Kramer's report live from DeLand.
No, it's DeLand, Sean.
Okay,
please.
sorry.
Stetson laying 4 point. And please chat, correct us if this is not the actual live number. Stetson laying 4 points here. Stetson a quality team is my note.
And they're fun if they're hitting their 3-ball. You know,
Stetson's got this. They're 9-2 at home this year,
got this.
and they're
38.8% from behind the arc. I mean, that alone is when I'm looking to ride some of these teams. It's what's their experience level, Colby?
I don't have that in front of me, but I can tell you this: they're a top 10 offensive rating. You know what I mean? They're 7th in the country in offensive rating. They are a bad defensive team, but once again, they're at home.
And I had that nugget earlier. Shout out to TJ and the research team. Stetson is league best 7-1-1 ATS at home. I mean, this could be a lock for this conference.
And this is a compelling matchup for many reasons. I think the pace factor, Lipscomb 110th in pace. Meanwhile, Stetson slow it down, 309th, man.
Why is Stetson so bad on defense? Haven't gotten a ton of hours in the film room with them.
Yeah, at the Edmonds Center.
Are they just lazy? It's just like playing a rec team that likes going after the hoop but doesn't like playing a little.
Just got the little that Paul Westhead philosophy: run up the court, shoot.
Okay.
Well, I guess they don't really run; they slow up the court and shoot.
Well, I mean, you like him as a little. You know what?
You going Scum?
Give me Lipscomb. The profile, the Ken Palm profile.
Colby, we need to get like a sweet Photoshop of the Stetson cologne and us putting it on.
I like it.
All right, let's head over to Richmond, Kentucky. Ooh, interesting. I haven't done Richmond.
All right, guys,
power
hold
rankings.
on. Breaking news: clean slate of XFL picks. Went 4-0.
Wow.
With all my XFL
you?
picks.
Wow.
Yes.
Nice work.
What was that final score?
23-14.
23-14. Interesting. The website tells me 27-14.
Yeah.
Well, either way they come.
Yeah.
Colby was pointing out how the XFL website isn't keeping the correct score on their games, which once again, I mean, Sean, nice job on 4-0.
Thank you.
I did go 3-1.
Yep.
There's no need to spell team with I's.
Hey, it was a good
and welcome to the 6-2 club overall in the XFL. Welcome to that club.
And I hit my parlay of the Brahmas and Rough
Your extreme parlay.
Yeah.
We're talking college basketball here. People are going to be really pissed.
Subscribe to the XFL Gambling Podcast.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, 4-0.
All right, so
hopefully, got on that Brahmas 8-1 future.
Last of the Atlantic Sun first round games that we can discuss. We got North Alabama, the 6th seed. Oh yeah, heading to Richmond, Kentucky. I was just about to say I haven't done my Richmond City power rankings before Sean got excited about a tout. Eastern Kentucky laying 7 here. This is a big number. I do wonder if this is going to be the actual number.
You know why you got to take North Alabama here?
I love North Alabama.
Is because they went in to this environment that Eastern Kentucky's been fire at this year.
Pretty lit, right?
They're 13-2 at home. Guess who they lost to at home? This same North Alabama Lion team.
Wow.
Give me the Lions +7. Sprinkle some on the money line.
The upstanding program in Alabama. That's what we're going to call them for the remainder of.
They call this the McBrayer Arena.
The good Alabama.
This is the Princeton of Alabama.
I think 7's crazy for Eastern Kentucky. I know I was kind of talking myself into them potentially as a conference tourney winner. But that was a little bit more game theory, and 7 points feels like a lot. I don't know. I'm not necessarily on the money line like Colby, but we can give out some locks and dogs. I would probably take Bellarmine more as my dog, but I'm going North Alabama. Kramer, you co-signing?
Oh yeah, I mean I got North Alabama going all the way, so of course I'm going to take the 7 points. All right, Kennesaw State and the other and Liberty both have obviously what is it? I guess a single bye in this tournament. All right.
Kyle Cooper in the chat saying, he thinks it's crazy that West Virginia or Oklahoma would win the ACC. I don't think that's crazy.
No, hey, listen, buddy. We're not talking about either of those conferences right now. This is for the Atlantic Sun. Done. Now on to the Horizon League. This is one of those ones, Colby, a little confusing. They play their first round of games, first 2 rounds, because they have the double bye system, will be played at campus sites.
This is what I mean. It gets confusing. That's what I was over there thinking, like, wait, is this one where the championship game's at home? Because and if you're betting this, you should look at all this stuff, because obviously that's a big deal.
So this is the way it's going to work. The quote unquote first 2 rounds are at campus sites. The semifinal and the final are at a neutral site, per my research. So from the bottom,
it's going to be held at the Indiana Farmers Coliseum.
That's where the semifinal and final.
Correct. You been to that farmers market?
Oh yeah, thing gets lit, guys. You get a little bit of produce on your way in. Oh, good, nice little.
Their ginger shots are great.
Of honey.
Hey, things are looking good on the horizon, Sean. From the bottom to the top, IUPUI, the 11 seed. They're 500 to 1. Then this is impressive.
I'm not saying
they
they're
did
gonna
open tryouts last year. Remember?
Yeah, come on. I love that spirit, and they're the best team ATS, 15-5 ATS in conference. That's worth something.
This is actually a real wins award, and you have to string 4 together. So, Green Bay 10 seed, also 500 to 1. Impressive.
You know that on February 23rd, IUPUI beat Robert Morris, who they're matched up with. February 23rd was just a few days ago, guys.
Okay.
And they're getting 14 points.
And they
That's
beat them by
insane.
6.
Continuing up the ladder, Fort Wayne, who I guess some relation to the butt munches of Purdue, remote campus. Though,
Classic butt munch performance by Purdue.
75.
How do you lose to Indiana?
All those butt munches jumping up and down the whole time.
I called
munch.
Fort Wayne 75 to 1 is the 9 seed. Oakland 50 to 1 is the 5 seed. Robert Morris, as Colby was mentioning, 25 to 1. Detroit Mercy 8 seed, 18 to 1. Milwaukee,
Love that hospital.
Milwaukee 10 to 1 as the 2 seed. That one stood out to me. Wright State the 7 seed, 750. Northern Kentucky the 4 seed, and Cleveland State 3 seed, both plus 330. And Youngstown State, the Penguins, are they plus 180?
Yeah, and we should watch if Detroit Mercy is able to beat IPFW. So Detroit Mercy has a guy named Antoine Davis who is in fucking insane. All right, like he's 2 games away potentially, if they win, from breaking the NCAA scoring record.
Oh wow, interesting.
He is that nasty. Like if you watch, I mean, I've seen multiple games where he's had like 10 or 11 threes this year and like 45 points. If you're gonna watch a game, make sure you check out Antoine Davis for Detroit. He's an incredible basketball player.
I mean, again, if you want to talk yourself into a narrative about them going on a run, Detroit doing it, he's averaging 27.9 points per game. So that's his average. So like he could theoretically get super hot and carry a team.
Yeah.
How many schools are in Detroit?
This is the only, I think, right?
How do they not have, like, I understand you got Michigan State, but how do they not have a, like, whether it's Chicago or some of these other cities where you just have random city schools that can be good because there's so much talent?
Yeah, you would think, right? With the way that economy is booming in Detroit, you would think.
It is weird.
Wow, just taking shots at Detroit. Poor Detroit. I'm sorry, Detroit.
They play this game at one of those the empty houses.
Sean, you do recall, Sean? It is the first time in my life I've been told the craps table is closing because they're going home.
We don't have a gymnasium. Don't worry. Let me just play this.
One thing that would stay open in Detroit would be the craps table. Longest win streak in the league right now is 2 games. That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, this is going to be a very fun tournament. That just kind of shows
you the parity in this tournament. Top 2 seeds lost in the quarterfinals last year. Wright State ended up coming in as a 4 seed. So, if you were just looking at it, Youngstown State obviously has an amazing offense, 85 points per game. Them getting in would be their first tournament appearance, but some of these long shots are very interesting. Obviously, Detroit Mercy, as we said, with Antoine Davis. Milwaukee at 10 to 1. New head coach Bart Lundy
came over from Queens.
Yes, and all of a sudden, Milwaukee looks like a much better team. So
Yeah, the Panthers. All right, I kind of, you're looking at the odds here. You're getting your 2 seed value at Milwaukee, getting what is that, plus 1,000 there? I mean, that's pretty substantial in this league. I know Northern Kentucky's got a great home environment. Youngstown has looked the best.
Northern Kentucky's all about defense. That's why their odds are all the way up there, right?
They're all about George Clooney's alma mater. Did you know that?
See, I did not. This is the kind of shit you get over here.
Yeah.
From Mr. Pick Dundee. All right, so you haven't said much about Youngstown.
No, they're legit. They're legit. They're the best I've seen them be. Cleveland State plays a lot of close games, so it's living on the edge a little bit. I'm surprised Milwaukee's behind Wright State. I think Milwaukee's a lot better than. I think you got to take some action on Milwaukee.
And so the teams that are getting buys.
So the way it works is so Youngstown
State's getting a bye. Milwaukee and Cleveland State all getting buys.
Correct. So basically,
Milwaukee.
You got to play Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Here. Yeah.
No, like just even looking at it, basic game theory, Milwaukee at 10-1 is crazy value. And
it's they reseed round to round. So Youngstown will get the lowest seed that pops out of the first round. Milwaukee the second lowest.
And Milwaukee, they're not even on the same side as Youngstown State. So Milwaukee's going to play the winner of Wright State or Green Bay. And then they'll play the winner of Cleveland State, Detroit, Mercy, Fort Wayne.
It will get reseeded.
But you said
it will get shuffled around, but they still can't run into Youngstown State. It would be Cleveland State most likely who they run into.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
Milwaukee just makes so much sense.
The odds makers are clearly making a statement about Milwaukee, putting them there. They're maybe not buying into the seed as much as you guys. I think
they've gotten better all year. You look at last year they're incredibly talented, but they just couldn't win games. So they bring in the new head coach, Patrick Baldwin Jr. leaves. A few other players leave. I've thought they got better, almost each month of the season. So I kind of like their value and the fact that they are continuing to improve.
Well, also I think they defended. I mean, the way they played again, they can do some things. I think to create some problems for the other. I mean, you have to take them at 10-1, sprinkle at least.
Everyone's on Milwaukee.
Large sprinkle. I will also. I mean,
but I'll be honest. Like none of the favorites to me are that appetizing. I mean, Youngstown State at plus 180 with the history of this conference, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna buy another one, maybe you go Northern Kentucky because I think they might be the.
Oh, the DM that would be that was gonna. I mean, it's not a dark horse obviously because they're plus 330, but I think plus 330 with plus. They
are the best in conference defense, which you can make a case for them. But even at 330, I don't know. This
conference tournament is going to be fun though, especially when you get the dead weight out of the way.
Is there of the dead weight?
You're not talking about IUPUI.
No, Green Bay, Sean.
Who are we?
Oh, come on, Green Bay.
The Phoenix does not rise over there.
You giving any so are we? Do we sprinkle Detroit at 18-1?
I mean, I actually think Detroit. Robert Morris prior to the IUPUI loss was playing really good ball. Go look at their schedule. Like towards the end of the stretch, they were playing much better ball. Oakland's got the capability. They just play terrible defense. They have scores. IPFW, all of those make sense. The only two ones you can't take are IUPUI and Green Bay.
You know what? Don't give me Northern Kentucky. Let's play Milwaukee, Detroit, and Robert Morris.
So wait, you're playing Milwaukee, Detroit?
Yeah, I'm gonna play that spread right there.
And Robert Morris.
And Robert Morris.
I'm gonna do.
How do you like them apples?
I mean, I might co-sign Detroit. I'll co-sign Detroit.
Colby's got me
just because of Antoine Davis. It'll be such a fun story and just such a fun watch.
It is fun to watch him just completely gun and just.
So I'm gonna ride the upsets. I'm just gonna take Milwaukee and Detroit and save my units for other stuff because I don't know, like none of these favorites.
Certainly a fun league to bet upset in.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take a flyer on Northern Kentucky.
Okay. Oh, that's not a fly. You can't say that about a plus.
Okay. Well, I'm flying on Milwaukee, and you know what? Let's fly on.
Fly.
You know what?
Eagles fly.
Give me some of that Bob Morris action.
Yeah, Bobby Morris.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Talk us into Robert Morris. Although Kramer's already in on it.
No, he already did. He kind of that's
like
why
I said, that IPUI loss was puzzling. But prior to that, look at this. They beat Youngstown State by 19, right?
Yeah.
On February 21st. That's the 1 seed, Sean. They beat Milwaukee by 20 on February 18th. Milwaukee's the 2 seed, right? So I mean, right there. Go a little further. I mean, Cleveland State they lost to by 2 on February 10th. That was at Cleveland State.
Love it. All right, so we're in agreement. Sean's welcome to jump on if he wants. Completely copy my picks.
No, I'm gonna hold strong. I'm gonna save my units for. I mean, I already loaded up huge on Lehigh.
We're not talking about.
I didn't mean to spoil
This is the Horizon League's time.
IUPUI. Take a flyer on the Jaguars. All right.
Let's get through the first round real quick.
Ryan, before we get to the games.
Okay.
Yeah,
I see what you're doing.
I'm doing an ad read.
You're ad libbing. I got you.
No, I'm makes sense to talk about our good buddies over at Talkify. That's right. Are you having a hard time meeting great people to date? I know, maybe some of the guys that work for us, single, doing a little bit of mingling. Maybe some of the guys in the YouTube chat looking to. It's easy in March, especially, to just lock yourself in a gambling cave. But it's good to go outside, meet some ladies, and confidence is key when it comes to dating. If you struggle to find worthwhile connections, it can be difficult to feel, find your best. Talkify. You feel confident meeting someone who is picked just for you. I mean, again, think of if you're just going out to a bar, randomly talking to chicks, the odds that you're gonna find one that is a perfect match for you. I mean, it's worse than IUPUI odds as far as you going in there. Why not go with a lead pipe lock like Talkify? Think of Talkify as, me in the XFL 4-0, because Talkify gets you dialed in. It's the country's #1 modern matchmaking service that is designed to help you achieve relationship success. Again, they help you get started. They match you to people that you're actually going to be interested in. 80% of their clients meet their person within the first 12 matches. That is a plus EV opportunity. And right now, Talkify is offering our listeners 20% off when you become a client of Talkify.com/SGPN. That's TAWKIFI.com/SGPN for 20% off when you become a client. Talkify.com/SGPN. Date smarter, not harder. Talkify. Let's go.
Colby.
We gotta get one of your guys, Colby. Is it Patty C? Do we put him on Talkify?
We definitely should.
I know we've talked about Noah B going out there on the
Listen to this.
You
know what? Patty C. I'm going to read you a quick testimonial. I didn't have to do a thing but show up. My matchmaker's commitment to her clients is seen through her actions of following up and always going the extra mile. That would fill a gap that exists in Patty C's life. Not following up, not going the extra mile.
We might have to talk him into this.
Showing up. Sometimes maybe just showing up might be too hard. All right. So Talkify.com/SGPN. Ryan, our spam bot.
Oh no!
Gave Moneyline Mac a warning.
Wait, I know I did do some dialing in of the spam bot. I noticed we haven't had any hot chick bots in a while, but Ryan Mack must have some illicit material on his profile. thinking he's a sexy lady. Look at all those sweet matchups he's throwing out there. All right, rapid fire through the first round of the Horizon League. These games, for the first 3 we're going to talk about, are on Tuesday, February 28th, all at 4 p.m. here on the West Coast. Let's head over to Fairborn, Ohio, for Wright State and Green Bay. Green Bay, a massive dog here. 17 points is what we're projecting.
I think you have to take the points there, right?
You got to take big dogs in these games, right?
Yeah, because again, this is their almost certainly their last game of the season. What do they have to lose?
And yeah,
I feel like we made. And by the way, Horizon League 21st according to Kempom. I think we made this smaller than some of the analytical projections, which always is scary.
Well, the logic there,
Green Bay really bad. They've only won 3 games all year.
The logic was that they were just like an 11-point dog to a better team. So I'm like, wait, are they really going to put it at that? So I think you got to take the points here. Wright State hasn't looked great down the stretch here.
Wright State is a weird team in that they're actually better on the road. ATS at least, they're 6-3 as an away underdog. Compared to maybe at home.
This was a 31-point matchup on January 28th.
Since then, I think Green Bay's fired their head coach. And this is at the Nutter Center.
The Nutter Center.
Yeah,
I'm taking Green Bay in the points. I don't know.
You know what? Give me. So wait, Will Ryan is now the head coach.
No, he was fired. That's Bo Ryan's son. Remember Wisconsin's?
Really?
Yeah. He got canned.
Can only do that shit up in Wisconsin.
But look at these last games: 17-point loss to IPFW, 11-point loss to Cleveland State.
Is this supposed to be positive? give me Wright State. I'm done with this shit. Their Ken Pom profile is hilarious. They're not good at anything. They're a bottom 10 offense and defense.
Well, you're taking Wright
country.
State?
Yeah, give me Wright State.
I'm gonna hang tight with Green Bay.
All right, IUPUI.
It's not a lock.
The 11th seed. They're heading to Moon Township, Pennsylvania.
You got to take IUPUI. They just beat Robert Morris.
Moon Township is they.
Is this a?
Does Moon Township claim moonshine? Robert Morris laying 14.
Have you been to Moon Township, Pennsylvania, Sean?
Oh, I'm most certainly.
Oh, see, he's
been all through
Civil War
great state
reenactment,
of Pennsylvania. Yeah, you know, they probably got like a nitrous place, Civil War reenactment.
All right, where
pierogies, everything you want in Pennsylvania.
I will.
IUPUI is a bucket ATS. It's
wow.
one of the few things they're great at.
I like this
15 and 5
idea.
ATS
Sean,
in league play.
I will give you. You can chop the state up into East, Central, and West.
Yes.
Where is Moon Township?
Central.
It's a suburb of Pittsburgh.
So Central West.
It's almost in fucking Ohio.
Ivetta says that the Pittsburgh Airport's actually in Moon Township. You've been to Pittsburgh Airport? It's fantastic. There's this big ass statue of Franco Harris.
That's a town that was built on people building stuff with their hands. There are probably a lot of real men up there.
I'm on IUPUI. You can't talk.
No, Robert Morris.
Bob Morris.
By a million.
Revenge.
Let's go.
That is true.
All right. Last of the games on Tuesday. We're heading to Detroit, where Fort Wayne, again, satellite but much campus, 9 seed, taking on Detroit Mercy, the 8 seed. Detroit laying 6. Love Detroit laying the points. Electric atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, if we think Antoine Davis has a chance to actually go on a run here, I think we got to take him here at home against Fort Wayne.
You gonna take the butt munches? Colby?
I make car parts for the American man because that's who they care about and that's who I am. This is at Callahan Hall. All right,
Callahan Auto.
Well
Big
done,
Tommy Callahan. You know,
well done.
You want to take
Patty C was wearing that Cal shirt he was wearing.
The Cal, like the 1980s frat boy Cal.
Yeah, with the white collar.
Yeah.
All right,
and it definitely reminded me of Tommy Boy.
That's right, because he went
a little Tom Callahan.
Yeah.
2023 Halloween. Patty C is Patty.
Big Tom
I'm going
Callahan.
as Cocaine Bear for Halloween. If my wife makes me do a Halloween thing, Cocaine Bear.
Oh, she.
I'll just go with Bobby Petrino again.
So we're all on Detroit.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's have some fun. Detroit beat them by 32 the last time they played on February 4th. So they're a much better team at Callahan Auto Parts there. So look, I got spare time. If you need me to take a shit in a box,
you're David Spade. Patty C's Chris Farley. Halloween episode of the college football experience. Let's lock that in right now. Oakland, the 5 seed. Now we're heading to Wednesday, March 1st. True March Madness. We're allowed to call it that. Oakland, the 5 seed, heads to Highland Heights, Kentucky, to take on Northern Kentucky, the 4 seed. They're just a team that plays some lockdown defense at home, laying 9 points here. A lot of points for a team that isn't super proficient on the offensive side, but the defense should be enough. What's your take, Colby?
Yeah, I took a future on Northern Kentucky, but I think it's too many points. I think Oakland can score. I think Oakland's capable of scoring. So I will take the 9 in Oakland, but NKU handles biz and gets the dub.
What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, North Carolina.
I think I'm gonna lay the points.
You're gonna lay because North.
Wait, I laid the points with everything. Give me Oakland.
that's just
highly
sharp
scientific.
handicapping.
Highly scientific, but.
Well, the last time they played, it was a 9-point game.
I'm actually going to take Northern Kentucky -9. Looking at their advanced numbers defensively, very good at creating turnovers and very good. Third in the nation in steal percentage. Northern Kentucky. So I think they can get a couple of those extra possessions that you need to get it done on the and get that cover. So yeah, I'm going to go Northern Kentucky -10.
All right, let's head along to Sean's favorite league, the Patriot League. Real American Sean Green. Sean just got up to leave the show. He's what you can't see on the other side is he's now shirtless. He realized that he once boasted that he never wears a t-shirt. He does not wear a t-shirt under a jersey. He realized he was wearing a t-shirt.
Ooh.
He's now doing. I'm not going to say what he's doing now because it's private. He may not want you to know. But he's now ready. The sun's in the studio. The sun is out in the studio. So we have to match with some guns.
Give me a close up, Ryan. Just look at these things.
All right, don't worry. Don't worry.
I know we got some Second Amendment guys in the audience. Let's go.
You want to go grab a dumbbell and do some curls?
They don't got guns like that in Iraq.
Do some curls on camera. Which, by the way, part of the perks here at SGPN do include an office gym, kinda. Patriot League, of course, they can't afford any sort of neutral site, so they're heading to campus sites.
How dare you, Ryan?
What do you mean?
Patriot League's a well-funded organization.
I really don't mean to be a mean person with it, but they're staying in the campus site. So you could say classic, you could say maybe they don't have the dollars. Either way, from the bottom to the top, Holy Cross, the 9 seed, 300 to 1. Bucknell, the 10 seed, 250 to 1. Loyola, Maryland, 8 seed, 200 to 1. American. I was joking with Colby before the show when we were in college. The fact that American had like 60% ladies and 40% dudes was always this like, but they were hardcore feminists. So it was like, do you really want to walk through that minefield?
Second the numbers, but is there efficiency there?
Exactly. Not a.
You have to be a volume shooter.
I was gonna say I was trying to decide, is it A dot or do I go with Yak for the analogy? I couldn't decide. American, the 7 seed, 80 to 1. Boston University, the 5 seed, 60 to 1. Lafayette, 6 seed, 40 to 1. Also the team that Lehigh plays in the first round, the 3 seed at 16 to 1. Army, I'm an Army guy. Colby, 11 to 1 as the 4 seed. Navy, the 2 seed, 270, and Colgate, the 1 seed, -220. That's some heavy chalk there for Colgate. I'm not sure I like buying that at all.
Buy the hell out of it. No one's touching them in this conference.
You fucking
no one's touching them.
You're gonna lay 220.
I'm all over the look. I will see you at the winner's circle, buddy.
Can we play I Am a Real American as I select?
That's what I'm saying. This is the conference that got. They don't like talking about this in Russia. Apparently, the Patriot League. Patriot League basketball.
This is the one they're coming after. I don't.
Yeah.
Then I'm not going to confirm nor deny my selections on this one. Trying to keep the heat away. I mean, look. Generally, when you have this type of heavy chalk, and I know we faded it with Liberty, but Colgate will not have to leave their gym. And generally, that is the like that's why the Kennesaw thing's weird. But generally, when you don't have to leave your home gym, it becomes troubling for these teams to come in and do some business. So I would ask: is there anyone capable?
Yes.
Is there? Well, Lehigh wouldn't face them until the final, so that's a check.
Lehigh also, I get people might think I'm a homer.
Well, yes,
because I'm wearing a Lehigh jersey that I bought from China, but Lehigh is 13-5 ATS in the conference, best in the conference in the Patriot League. They have a methodical half-court offense. They play some defense. They play hard. They have, Keith Higgins Jr. and Evan Taylor, both guys shooting 42% from behind the arc. Like they have a formula to get on a nice run. They start out with just a pushover in Lafayette, the Leopards, and
they lost by a combined 46 points to Colgate in 2 matches.
I mean, Colgate goes to the tournament every year for a reason. They're a damn good basketball team. It's about the culture that's happening there. Dude, they're gonna.
So they lost 1 game in conference to American by a point on the road.
Yeah,
they're not. Yeah, I'm with Colby. They're not losing this. Give me Colgate. Fuck all the other teams.
Yeah,
these are all wannabe Ivy League programs.
Yeah.
Navy's gonna knock out Colgate,
and then nerds.
Lehigh's gonna beat Navy. You heard it here first.
This is a butt munch conference, Colby. What do you think?
This is already done.
All right, what is Ken Palm's 27th? Wow.
Colgate will end up in the NIT because the regular season conference winner. If they don't win the tourney, they still get in the NIT.
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at last year. They didn't lose a home game last year either.
Yeah, right.
You have to go You have to go pretty far back to see the last time they lost at home.
Colby and I will be winning the -220.
All right, have fun, losers.
You want to do a little first round action, Colby?
So I'm just betting on Lehigh to clarify, 16 to 1. Because there's no fun. I mean, you could be, you know,
any value in Army or Navy.
could be a little tiny dog.
I think if you're going to take a shot on anything else, you got to go Navy because they have played a lot better in February.
270, I don't like that. All right. Rapid fire through the first round. We're starting off on, and this one's a little spread out, but the quote play-in games are February 28th, both 4 p.m. here on the West Coast. Bucknell, the 10 seed, heading to DC to take on American, the 7 seed. American -5.
Oh man, I mean, look, this was a game that Bucknell won by 18 the last time they played on February 13th at the Bender Arena there in DC. So, I mean.
What do you make of this American team?
They did win at Georgetown.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. They also beat Colgate. They beat Army. They beat Navy. They've won some games.
American seems real hot and cold. Like they've had some ups and pretty low lows as well.
Yeah, and it's not good that they've lost how many games in a row now? 6.
And last time
7 out of 8.
Last time they played Bucknell, granted it was on the road. They lost by 22 points.
I think Bucknell has some matchups that are going to be in their favor. I'm actually going to take them catching the 5.
They got swept by Bucknell. You got to take the 5. They might win the game, but I would imagine it's going to be a close game.
Yeah, when they played them at home, they lost by 7. I'm not quite.
There's a huge fight going on in the chat.
What's going on? Is Moneyline Mac holding it down?
It's like Moneyline Mac. There's some ACC talk. I'm just catching a little bit of it.
Wow, it sounds.
It's all over the place. Big 12.
This line is almost unaware of the fact that American has been dog shit and not won a game since February 4th. That
you got to take Bucknell, man.
Holy Cross the night. We're all on Bucknell. Discord getting some nice picks today. Holy Cross heads to Baltimore, Maryland, where Loyola, Maryland is a 2-point favorite as the 8th seed.
This is I mean, Loyola just destroyed them by 22 on February 22nd. But it was weird. I was on auto fade November and early December on Holy Cross. Thought they were one of the worst teams in the nation. But somewhere in there, they started to win some games. But then, probably late January, they started to lose every game again. I'm gonna ride that train again because it seems like that I have a hard time getting a grasp on how do they have that win streak in the middle of the year. Give me Loyola -2. I think Holy Cross is one of the worst teams in the as far as roster.
I mean, it is it is a bloodbath here as far as how dark red their metrics are. If you look at the stats, like they're just not a good team. Not that Loyola is much better, but I mean, when in doubt, take the home court here. Right?
Do we know why this is listed as a neutral site game? It could just be an error on KenPom's site, but he's usually pretty good about location.
Wait, let me see.
I'm pulling it up right now.
No, I think it's
Ritz.
the
Wrights Arena.
No, I believe that's their stadium.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we're just gonna continue to agree. How lame.
Yeah, you got to on that one, man. I mean, Holy Crosses look so bad this year.
Well, again, this game just happened, and what they lost by 22.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess the spread will be closer. Boston University. I do recall that if of the power rankings of colleges in Boston University pretty soft, pretty Charmin soft, and now they head to West Point.
Well, here's what I'll say about Boston University. I mean, they have a guy on there who's hard as fuck by the name of Walter White.
Yes.
This dude he's an all league forward. He looks hard as shit. His name is Walter White. He's kind of a badass. He's really
into that.
He's definitely bigger and more athletic than everyone on the court in the games we've seen.
He looks like the guy where in like
He's
a
white.
high school he looks like a guy
Like Andy Reid.
What was that? What was that fake school that developed?
Bishop.
He looks like
Yeah.
he should be playing for Bishop Sycamore. Like he
Yeah.
just has a vibe of a guy who isn't going to a lot of classes and it's just a hard out. I really like. I mean, I liked what I saw out of that Boston team. Unfortunately, they knocked off Lehigh, but I'm going to take them catching 5.
I'm with you.
I know
I
Army's
pledge allegiance to the flag
Of Boston
of the
University.
United States of America.
Right.
I usually don't fade Service Academy.
to the Republic. for which I
Jalen
stand.
Rucker is a baller for Army, though. We got two dogs.
Have you guys been to West Point?
No.
Have you been to West
No.
Point? Everyone fucking jogs everywhere. It's gonna break the spirit of this Boston soft ass, Charmin soft. I mean, special forces will be in the building. I'm hearing it's gonna be very fucking lit. Very fucking lit.
Space Force in attendance.
How dare you take
Does Space Force have a team yet?
I just told you this is the worst fucking university in Boston. You take it over our great United States Army.
5 points. Army can
Boston's
still win.
playing
Yeah.
good.
This is disgusting. This is do we still have disgusting act on the soundboard?
Boston's got a fire crouch too that could score.
Disgusting act.
Double disgusting act with that one. All right. Last of the first round game, and that one, by the way, was on Thursday, March 2nd at 3 p.m. So a little early basketball there in West Point. They had to get it started early because they have a curfew. 4 p.m. here on Thursday on the West Coast in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Let's go, Stabler Arena.
Oldest football rivalry in America.
Lafayette heads to Bethlehem to take on Lehigh, the 3 seed, laying 4 points. Is
Lafayette shoots 61% from the line, good for 363rd in the nation.
Are we worried about a choke job here?
No, because I think honestly, they played pretty well against Boston. I think in a weird way, obviously that win would have helped them for seeding in the tourney. But I think the fact that they're matching up against Lafayette in round one of the tourney lights a fire under this team. They're well coached. Play a clean game of basketball.
Sounds like the Dino Babers of college
It
basketball.
really is. What is it? What does he say about special
Layup
teams?
line looks great.
Well coached special teams.
I'm again Lehigh. Let's go Mountain Hawks.
Now they only won by 2 at Lafayette on February 4th, Kramer.
Yeah.
But
Easton's a tough place to go in and get a win, Colby.
But yeah, they did take care
They
of business by
dominated.
12 at the Stabler Arena.
All right, Sean did well to defend. I'll take Lehigh.
Oh wow.
I'm on Lehigh.
Kramer,
too,
why do
yeah.
you go Lafayette? Come on.
Sean, have you
Juju.
ever washed that Lehigh jersey?
I don't know. It's a great question.
Just checking in to see if it's good luck or bad luck. Unclear luck.
When did
based
that
on
come here
answer.
from China? Is that responsible for COVID?
Oh wow.
There's a little Wuhan flu on here.
Oh wow. Whoa. Just pew, pew. I did not ask to be a part of this. All right. Last up, we're heading to the Sun Belt. Any closing words on the Patriot League? This will be the conclusion of us talking about the Patriot League.
Colgate rolls.
Call them the orange juice because they.
I'm putting the mortgage on Colgate.
Do you think Colgate is? I don't think they'll have a game in single digits.
Make a note to call my wife and mortgage is going on Colgate. So the family we're all in on Colgate for the next couple days. March 8th, hopefully we got an extra month. Sun Belt. Let's head to Pensacola. Is that where do they allegedly shoot the Top Gun situation? That's not in Florida, is it?
No, Pensacola, I believe, was Truman Show.
Okay. Well, similar plot and sexy beach scenes. Where let's go bottom to the top for the Sun Belt, aka the Fun Belt. One of my favorite. Once during the pandemic was a Fun Belt specialist.
Are you still a Fun Belt specialist?
I would be lying if I said my lasers are fully calibrated for fun.
This
fun
one is
Belt
chaos, man.
It is.
This one is look. The Sun Belt this past year got a lot better because you added teams like James Madison, who's good, Marshall, who's good.
A lot of turnovers.
Southern Mississippi completely turned. I mean, they were 1-17.
Yeah,
in the
well,
league
Southern
last-
Miss was
they won the regular season title.
It's that blood money, that Brett Favre blood money.
So from the bottom to the top, Arkansas State as the 13 seed and Georgia State, who we have seen in the tourney as the 14 seed, 500-1 both. Probably no shot there. DOA, Coastal Carolina do not play on they don't play on a teal field, right? Or court?
Not yet. We're working on it.
Working on it. 12
MC
seed.
Nick might be donating
300-1. How much do they need for that? Maybe we can get in on that. 300-1 as the 12 seed. ULM 10 seed at 250-1. A lot of long shots in this
Dude,
one.
this one is chaos.
Texas State, another team we've seen in March Madness in the first 4, 11 seed, 150-1. Georgia Southern, here we go. Triple option on the hardwood, 50-1. App State. Colby loves App State. Nothing more beautiful than the sunset.
They went a couple years ago. I'll tell you this.
Do they open the dome to see that sunset at App State? 45-1, 30-1 for ODU. Shout out to the 757. Troy, the 5 seed, 16-1. South Alabama, the 8 seed, 850-1. Southern Miss, plus 450. Did they also get improvements to the basketball arena or just volleyball?
We're investigating.
Plus 450. JMU new to the situation, so I'm assuming they're not eligible.
No, because they came
eligible.
from the CAA. They didn't come from D2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Interesting. 4 seed at plus 380. Louisiana Lafayette at 360 as the 2 seed, and Marshall, the 3 seed, is the favorite at 2-1.
I'm not taking Marshall.
These odds do indicate that we should spray the board a little bit.
If you know your Sunbelt history,
All neutral sites in Pensacola.
never take the odds-on favorite and never take the 1 seed.
Well, it's the fun bet.
Yeah. I mean, this is bring your what does Rothstein say? Bring a bottle of kerosene.
You were about to say bring your toothbrush.
Yeah.
Did
Bring your. I've been to Pensacola. You do need to bring your toothbrush here.
Do you?
Yeah.
Also, probably a lot of alcohol in plastic bottles there. All right. So what are we looking at? We're looking at the Sun Belt, who per KenPom 13th best conference in the land. First conference today we're talking about with a positive rating. That's fun. A fun fact: did you know the Ivy League actually 14th best conference in the land this year? Pretty impressive. All right. So Sun
they
Belt,
make those analytics. Though,
Sun
don't
Belt.
they?
How many? I know we just rattled through 3 1-bid conferences. How many bids is the Sun Belt getting?
1.
Beautiful.
And
they have 4 21+ win teams, so it is.
There's no chance
It
they
is
get to.
no, I don't think so.
It's just going to be
Bummer.
wild.
No, this tournament is going to be awesome. I mean, even take Texas State, who's been total ass at home, but on the road they've been decent. Thankfully, this is in Florida where they're on the road. I do think Old Dominion's my play. Jeff Jones, his team is first off, he's got experience getting to the NCAA tournament.
Some of these teams are traveling a bit for this.
Yeah,
It is weird. They have it in Florida, and then they have no teams from Florida.
yeah. You would think the edge would be what, South Bama and Troy maybe, because it's right there.
I
Maybe
guess they're all going to Florida.
Yeah.
JMU, Moneyline Mac and Ryan Hasty in the chat saying JMU. JMU is kind of interesting. Well, make a case for JMU.
Oh, I'm a big fan of this team. It's just the problem has been down the stretch. They haven't been very consistent. You look Molson, Takai Molson. They have a really good roster.
Here's why JMU is interesting. Just looking at some of the trends in conference, 9-5 ATS on the road, and essentially these are all going to be neutral site, kind of similar to road games. So for me, that makes James Madison a little interesting. I don't know if the price is long enough though.
I mean, I think they could certainly win it. I think this is one where you really got to think, okay, which I think this is one where you go for your value play. That's why I said Old Dominion.
30-1
I feel very good that it's not going to be Marshall. It's probably not going to be, because Marshall's been terrible, or I shouldn't say terrible, but they've been questionable away from Huntington. So,
someone in the chat had South Alabama as a dark horse.
Well, they were red hot lately, but they lost their last game they played.
Real quick,
I like South Alabama because 4th in conference offense, but 2nd in conference defense. And if you can get some stops in the Sun Belt, I think that could really carry you. So I'm going to take Southern Alabama and ODU 30-1.
Well, I was going to say ODU. Jeff Jones, coach, coming from the Patriot League. Sean, of course, you knew that Patriot League expert, but I did notice scroll way down in the 90s, he coached for UVA.
Yeah, but Corey Alexander.
I'm out on ODU. I'm sticking to my guns with this shit. I would like this is the kind of give me Georgia Southern 50-1. Any of the real long.
I mean,
shots?
Georgia Southern's 50-1.
I mean,
and they start with they don't have to play in that first round.
I wouldn't be surprised if anybody look. I know Arkansas State and Georgia State have been asked this year, but Georgia State's shown flashes to me. All you need to do is win a couple games to get in there. Wouldn't shock me if any of those teams won it. Now, this year, I will say the Sun Belt seems to be a little more top heavy than other years, but I still think it's anyone's race in this thing. I mean, I don't think these lines will be that big. I think a lot of these, you're seeing it already when you look at the games over here. I'm on ODU as my heavy dog, and who the fuck?
So
give me JMU. I think JMU's probably like the best roster.
But listen to this. So if Georgia Southern, they're favored in the first game, like Sean mentioned, they don't have to play in the quote first round, aka the play-in round. They're then favored. They then would take on Louisiana, a team that they on the road in the midst of a 4-game road trip.
Yeah,
lost by 7, which that's not the worst outcome. So yeah, give me Georgia Southern and then Colby. None of these long shots have a real shot.
No, I think everyone's got a shot. I think it would not surprise me at all if Texas State won the Sun Belt. Would not surprise me at all.
So do I sprinkle Texas State because they take down Old Dominion? Yeah, give me Texas State and give me Georgia Southern. Long shots only, Sean. Sorry.
Georgia Southern 50-1.
I had to make up for the Colgate experience last conference, and then Texas State 150-1.
Wow, Colby, you wouldn't be surprised if Texas State won.
I love the way he said that too. He knew what I was looking for.
A couple of years ago, they were like last year. I think they were the 1 seed.
He knew exactly what I was looking for, and he put it on a platter for me. All right, let's get through the first round of games on Tuesday, the 28th, 2 p.m. We got Sun Belt games all day long. 2 p.m. on the West Coast. Coastal Carolina, the 12 seed, laying a point at Arkansas State, the 13 seed. Oh boy, this is must-watch TV. How many people will it be lit in here? Probably not. This might be this might not be a very lit situation.
Coastal's 1-9 in their last 10.
Sometimes campus sites are better for the aesthetics of the product. You know,
it's true, especially in these games.
Yeah, is it going to be jam packed? Is anyone making the road trip for this game?
At least day 2, there's 4 games, so you can accidentally get enough friends and family to fill up the lower bowl.
I'm saying, just figure something. Do an AA meeting or something there.
Some sort of good pre-show. Yeah, I mean, I have 0 handicap on this game.
Well, this one's tough. Well, look, I mean, Arkansas State won by 16 on February 4th. Last time they played. State has been
Coastal Carolina has the worst conference defense.
Suck.
For
Give
me, that's enough alone to take Arkansas.
I'm a Wolf man, so give me the Red Wolves of Arkansas State. Definitely over a
Give me Coastal Carolina. It's look. They're used to shitty beach towns.
Is that a bear? Is Coastal Carolina a bear?
The chicken. It's shot to clear.
There's probably some cocaine bears in Florida.
I thought it was a hairy dude from Myrtle Beach. My bad. Texas State, the 11th. This is 4:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Again on Tuesday, the 28th. Texas State, the 11th seed. They're taking on Georgia State, the 14 seed. My Texas. I mean, how do you not lay the points with Texas State right here, Colby?
Well, Georgia State's definitely had a history of playing good basketball in these tournaments, but yeah, I mean, Texas State is
it's a great matchup, honestly. It's Bobcat versus Panther. Panther's a little bigger.
Georgia State's winless away from home, so I think that's why you go Texas State.
Horrific offense for Georgia State.
Yeah, I'm on the
321st adjusted offense. Georgia State, you can't take them.
Yeah, give me Texas State.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's why I got him at 150-1, baby. All right, let's move along to the quote second round, which is all the way on Thursday.
This game's actually good. And
right, you know what's great about Thursday the 2nd? I know I got college basketball starting at 8:30 a.m. South Alabama,
absolutely
the 8 seed.
Yes, sir.
App State, the 9 seed. This spread stood out to me as one that maybe a tad bit big.
Yeah, I mean, you look back and South Alabama did win by 17 on February 11th. I'm trying to see if they played twice.
I can pull that up for you. Let's see.
They swept. Did they? No, they didn't play a second time, did they?
Yeah. Not all conferences do the honorable thing and play twice. They follow the ACC in their stupid footsteps.
This is an interesting game. Both teams have the same record, and I get it. South Alabama drilled them last time, and they've won 8 of 10.
Yeah, to me, South Alabama's too hot. I like them as a future at 8.5-1. I'm definitely going to like them against App State. Early tip though.
I'll join you, I guess.
Mountaineers are known to trap Jaguars down in these parts.
Trap game.
I don't know. I said this number was too big. Give me App State, baby. Disruptors in the space. That's what they call.
I could see this being a one.
South Alabama's abbreviation is USA, which is really pretty. USA.
And they're red, white, and blue.
USA.
Thou shall not worship false idols, Sean.
How is Colby not taking App State? He loves fading the USA.
Sean's over here worshiping a false USA. Hopefully your dad's not listening. I don't know. I don't think he's a big college basketball guy. All right, so we're going to skip ahead. There is a game at 11 a.m. that will feature Troy and the winner of Coastal and Arkansas State. There is a game at 2 p.m. on the West Coast that will feature Old Dominion.
So wait, Kramer, you took App State?
I took App State. It will feature Old Dominion in the winner of Texas State and Georgia State. But then the nightcap, 4:30 here on the West Coast, ULM against Georgia Southern. My Georgia Southern, I say this quietly, Eagles.
This one's interesting because ULM won by 13 against Southern, but ULM is lost 7 straight.
No,
lost 7 straight.
I'm on the triple option, Colby. Come on. Brian Berg, love what he's doing there. 3rd year, Georgia Southern really turned the program around. They've won 2 straight.
I think you're right. Give me Southern. I think Southern's the hotter team right now.
Went to college with a guy named Berg. First met him when he was trying to impress us with the amount of weight he could bench press. Sean reminded me of him with taking the shirt.
Sweet guns.
Yeah, sweet guns.
Louisiana Monroe, 362nd in the nation at shooting 2-point shots. Not great either at 3-point shots or free throws in particular.
Best unit is what? Georgia Southern's defense?
Yeah.
Like that answer. Lay the points.
It's going to be, this is going to be
my
ugly.
favorite part about these small conference
but
tournaments,
I'm with you, Georgia Southern -5,
is you really are scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to free throw shooting. So that's where shit gets really fucking wonky. Like none of these teams can fucking shoot free throws. You're reminded by how great it is to watch teams that can actually, like some of these major conference teams that can actually.
Well, and you can really extend a game on that. You know what I mean? If a 10-point lead with 1 minute left might not be a 10-point lead.
All right. So what do you want to do, Sean? You want to do 3 locks?
3 locks.
4 locks, 1 for each conference.
All right. One lock for each conference. Why don't we just do 4 locks
and 1 dog?
And 1 dog. All right. I like that. Dog. Kramer, you have the honors. You're up first.
You clearly, I'm clearly doing something here. You're making me go first. All right. My lock from the. Well, we should just go all 3 of us conference by conference.
Okay.
Atlantic Sun. Lock. Give me Queens -1.5 points.
Yeah, that's the play. I'm with you, Colby.
I thought you were about to start singing some Freddie Mercury there in honor of taking Queens.
I'll take Queens as well.
Oh wow!
I was gonna take North Bama, but Eastern Kentucky every once in a while they can get really up at that place. So Queens is the best play.
A lot of Alabama talk on the show today. Not the bad Alabama though, the other Alabamas. All right, Horizon League. I lied. I did say we concluded our Horizon League talk. We're back on the Horizon League. Lock in this one. It's got to be Robert Morris.
Yes, right? Let's go.
All right,
revenge spot. Lay the 14.
Bobby Moe.
I'm going. Fuck you guys. Give me IUPUI.
There we go.
+14.
Look at those guns. Look at those guns. Duck Colby.
YouTube.com/sportsgamblingpodcast. Hit the like button. The chat has been lit. It is fire in here.
Spend all that time arguing.
Oh, let me
get over there and like.
Yeah, come on. The comments are flowing fast and furious, but where are the likes?
I'm told by the nerds that 4 out of 5 of you aren't subscribed.
That's embarrassing.
Just saying. Just one of you.
You guys can do better.
Look around the room. 4 out of 5 of you are not subscribed. Do the honorable thing. All right. And once again I lied. More Patriot League talk. Are we allowed to lock up Colgate as the future?
just
flat out just lock up a future here.
Lock is pretty easy. Lehigh -4.
Should we do that? No, Buck now +5. No, you know what? Colgate -220 to win the.
You can't do that.
No,
you can't give out -220 as your locks.
Oh wow!
Right.
Look at this guy, real tout form. Sleeves come off, tout comes out. Bucknell +5.
I'm gonna jump on the Lehigh train -4. Let's go.
Why are you gonna do this? Because now he's gonna blame you. You got to steer clear of this shit.
Mountain Hawks.
Wait, what day? This is Thursday. Oh, all right. We need to put this on the calendar as Sean will be grumpy after this game happens.
Benedict Antold said he created 5 YouTube accounts just so I could subscribe 5 times.
Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Legend.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Hey, make sure you hit up the merch store too. Store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. The first half undershirts, which are fire, have been just flying off the shelf.
Yeah. Those are great shirts, man. I like those a lot.
All the shirts are great. And I, as a t-shirt connoisseur, they are soft, very, very comfy. Lock number 4. They generally tell us we can't do 4 locks in a show, but we're doing it. We don't care what management says. Sun Belt Conference, aka the Fun Belt Conference. once again, seems pretty apparent to me, Colby, that if we're going to lock anything up, we're locking up Texas State. And we're going to be
have fun with
the
that.
whole time.
I'm taking South Alabama -5, cruising past App State.
That's the dangerous one.
Oh man, give me. I'll hop on the Texas State train.
Yeah,
I'll hop on the Texas State train here.
Colby and I were talking pre-show. We really bamboozled Sean. We let him get all the bad picks. All right, for our dog, one dog, or do we want to just
two
call
dogs?
This
Two dogs.
Two dogs. Do we want?
Well, one dog.
Do we want to just call this futures?
No. One dog.
One dog out of 4 conferences.
What do you got, Ryan?
There are a lot of potential dogs here, but I feel like we're gonna go back. We got to go back up here to the Atlantic Sun.
Bellarmine?
Big dog here, North Alabama, Eastern Kentucky.
Okay.
I'm worried about their ability to score a ton. So give me North Alabama, a team I love to win it all. On the money line.
They did it before. They can do it again.
I'm heading over to the Patriot League. Give me Boston University, the Terriers. Walter White.
I think Walter
He's gonna
White
get the
puts it
win,
on.
and then he's gonna roll a cigarette, light it off like a blowtorch. Dude, it's hard as hell.
I didn't ask to. I need to clip that. Dude, it's hard as hell.
I like that Colgate
I didn't ask
angle.
to be here for this.
I'm sorry. I like that Boston angle.
And he's gonna after he hits like the game winning shot, he's just gonna look at the camera. Say my name. It's a Breaking Bad. I don't know if you saw Breaking Bad, Ryan.
I have not. I told you I just finished Severance, but Breaking Bad is still on my
his
to-dos.
list.
Look, I like that Boston angle, but you know what? It's easy to see a tide turn. Give me Bucknell on the money line in DC.
Do you think I could be the only man in America who hasn't watched Breaking Bad?
I'm sure there's some more out there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my dad has.
Real men.
Yeah.
Oh, but your dad seems like a real man.
He's watched Night Court, the OG version though. All right. They remade that. I can't believe they remade Night Court.
Thought that
You know
was
what I
going
mean?
a different direction.
Hey, what an awesome show. YouTube.com/sportsgameonpodcasts. Make sure you subscribe over there. Toss us a nice rating and review over on Apple Podcasts. If you're listening on Spotify, very easy to just drop us over, hit 5 stars. Always giving sweet gift cards out to some of the more awesome reviews. So make sure you get those in. Stay tuned. We got a bunch of contests coming up for March Madness as well. Get those March Madness shirts. We also have St. Patrick's Day shirts.
Ooh, Sean.
#Legends only.
Do not the social team insists that we remind everyone we're doing a ridiculous 7 episodes this week. So make sure you subscribe to the feed. Some 7 more. Not including this one.
Wow.
7 more.
What a week.
A lot of college basketball talk. We've actually Colby will not be allowed to leave the studio.
No.
I've already explained to my wife. She's like, wait a second. There's no days off. And I go, well, not right now.
No days off.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is
Worst of luck to your Lehigh bandoliers or whatever they're called.
Kramer. Let it ride.